Hi Satyam, hi Vikas. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Nagi. So Satyam, this is and Vikas, this is a follow-up interview. Mr. Nagi had given feedback to both of you, Satyam on the optimization front and Vikas on the database front. And Mr. Nagi also took some time to study your code, and he may have some questions around your code as well. The purpose of today's interaction is to carry on from where we left last week and to evaluate your fitment for this project. So yeah, Satyam, you can share your screen and then I'm sure Mr. Nagi has a few questions for you.
Okay,
Yes, go ahead.
sir, is it visible?
I can't see you. Yeah, now I can see.
Okay. Sir, like in the old code, I was told like I'm using too many if blocks and it is not even required, and I can optimize it to like some extent. And you also gave me some time. So, uh, sir, shall I give a uh, like recap of what was my old code, or should I show the new one? What the optimization I have done?
Okay, go ahead. So this is the previous code.
Yes, sir. I am using too many if blocks, and it in terms of reusability, it is also very bad because I have to write this if block in every request, like post, put, or if I'm using patch in that request also. So yeah, I have optimized it. So let me show you my optimized code. This is the old file, API old.py. This is my new file. And sir, what I have done is I have implemented a method. I will show you that method. So I have optimized my that much long code into like 4 lines of code. So what I have done is I have implemented a method and which will take a dictionary as an argument, and it will iterate through the dictionary and will check for the values of that, and if any value is not present, it will like append the appropriate error to the error list, and it will return here. So in terms of like writing the code, I have optimized it, and in terms of reusability, I have also optimized it because I can use the same function for post request, and I'm also using that function in error list also. Sorry, input
Okay.
also.
Mhm. So go back, Satyam, to your loop.
What's the?
You created some loop, right? Check your
Yes, sir.
go to the loop once.
Yeah, it is.
In terms of code organization, it has been improved, but in terms of in the memory wise or in terms of instruction wise, it's the same, right?
Sir, in terms of memory, I have used I have thought of two more solutions. So can I tell you that also?
Go ahead. Okay, now this one. Okay.
Okay, so sir, this is the first one, and like the second thing that I have done is where is my old file? Yeah, so I have added this if and else block also. So what's been done is uh, I'm using AND operator in that. So even if any of the file is not present, then it will not create the object and send the error. Like in terms of optimization, it is not good than that. And the third option, I think it is good in terms of time complexity also. So what I have think is I will I will create an dictionary or an object, and for each field I will give its value of the error which I want to give. And what I will do is I will iterate through the fields which I receive in the object. So what will I do is when I am like iterating through that array, so I will remove the fields which I have seen, and all the fields which I have not seen. So I will just make a call like to that dictionary dot get values. So I will receive all the values in one go, and in terms of like uh, it will also of some fewer iterations than the previous one. So this
Okay.
is my. Yes,
That's okay, Satyam. Can you go
yes,
up
sir.
and down? Is there any changes that you made? The code organization side, it has been improved, but not in the optimization side, Satyam. But that's okay. Even you have a good thought process, like, you are able to provide multiple alternatives for that. Okay,
And
go
sir,
down.
okay, yes, sir. And sir, one last thing.
Uh,
And sir, I have thought like this was not to what I was asked, but I was thought of that also. Like what I am doing is I am storing the image in the database. So like it is database is actually not made for that because it is like because of that my database is getting very loaded. So because the uh, type of that image is block, which is a long binary, so the string is very long, and so what I can do is I can store that image in the like in my operating system. So I will create some folder like static and store that image in the operating system, and I will store the URL of that image in my database. So what will happen is uh, I will just get the URL, and I can get the image in the front end by going to that image URL. That's all.
it's okay, Satyam.
Before we conclude, Satyam, did you understand the feedback that Mr. Nagi gave you?
Yes, I have understood it.
Can you explain what you understood?
Sir, in terms of code organization and readability, I have improved, but in terms of complexity, I haven't improved that much. So I have to like give
No,
more
you,
thought on that.
you yourself can measure that, Satyam. Like, when you say if it's an instruction to the computer, right?
Yes, sir.
And we say else if then two instructions will go. Again,
Yes,
if one more instruction. So similarly in a for loop also, you are looping it. The same amount of time complexity is there.
yes,
But
sir.
your for loop, the code organization has been improved. Even in if also the code organization has been improved. Only thing is the number of lines of code is less. Okay, when you study a data structure first itself they will give you a lengthy code, they will give you a small code. Which one is good? Everybody says that small code is good, but even the lengthy code is good, where the number of instructions are very less there to the CPU.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
But if I implement that dictionary, my third optimization, then I will improve to some extent in terms of time complexity also, sir.
okay, fine. At least if you have the thought process, that would be fine for me. I know that you people are very freshers. You may not have a hands-on practice of what is the future problems that it comes and what is the scenario and all. I just need your thought process in the right direction. That's it.
Yes, sir. I got the feedback, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Sir, can I ask one thing, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, like, can you give me some idea, like, how can I do that in terms of time complexity also? Because from last 3 days, I have thought so much of it and have done what I could do.
Yes, the clues are different ways. One you say is a dictionary, right?
Yes, sir.
The other, like in your code, anyway, you people are not writing a front end code. What we do is we will arrest that in a front end itself, and the mandatory field is.
Yeah.
We don't want to send it to the back end, right? Why do we need to send a bad data to the back end, first and foremost?
Yes, sir.
So there itself, we will stop it. So number of iterations, like, some people will write a if clause in the front end, at the same if clause they will write in the back end. Not sure why it is. So same if condition they will verify in the front end, they say that they will validate. Again, they'll write the same if condition again in the back end. Why they write that we don't know. Some people say precautionary step we are doing. It's not a precautionary step. When we lose the confidence in us, then this is what all these things happen. or safer side, like, my code is error free, something like they want to, you know, help themselves, like, my code doesn't return any error, something like. It's not an error. I mean, error definitely we will be able to arrest it when we are testing an application, or if the person has an experience while writing code itself, he will take care. But it's not that repetitive code we need to write and see. So in these scenarios, since you are writing only in the back end, maybe your thought process is to some extent is good. But even if you handle in a front end side also, what will happen? That code you will arrest it. If it is a mandatory field itself, somebody needs to fill it. If the length of code is this much, length of the lines of input value, characters of input value, then you will arrest there itself. You will validate before sending it, or there itself you will reject it.
Yes. Even in the backend, we will not have the load to like recheck it. In the
Yeah.
front end, it will be checked. Yes, I got it.
Wherever there itself, you need to arrest it, like,
Yeah,
instead of pushing it to the back end and then back end to verify it.
yeah.
You need to distribute. And you can write a parallel for there, right? Now one more option,
What's the
parallel
Okay.
for.
parallel?
Parallel for. You have written a for loop, right?
Yes, sir.
There is a parallel for. Loop can be iterative in a parallel.
Oh, okay.
That is also one more option. Oh,
Thank you, sir.
who wants to go next? Is it Vikas?
Yes, sir. Shall
So
I
that day
share
your
the-
database is absent, right, Vikas?
Yeah. Now I've connected the database.
Mhm.
Yeah. Satyam, can you please stop the screen sharing? Thank you. Is it visible?
Yes, it's visible to me. Now I
Yeah.
can see.
Okay, sir. So I've connected the MySQL database and I'm using MySQL Workbench. So this is a dummy data. And previously there was nothing. As you gave the feedback, there should be a database. So we can see the application of the API. Yeah, so I made the changes here in the application.properties.
Yeah.
And I added the database, and I also created this service class where I wrote a method to paginate and sort the pages, implement
Okay.
pagination and sorting. Yeah, and in the
Okay,
controller.
go back to the page.
Yeah.
Can this. Sorry, okay. Go to the find all method.
The find all method.
Yes.
Yeah. So actually somehow this isn't working. Yeah. There was this shortcut to. So it comes with the pageable thing.
Then how this code is working? Where you are displaying this? You are displaying somewhere. This is actually where you are sending it. You are getting the data, right?
Okay. Yeah. In the controller. Yeah.
Where is that?
The get paginated event. I wrote this method here.
Go inside.
Inside this.
That's a service you are using, right?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
service.
Go inside of the service.
So the document part is not there.
Why that service is not there?
So there's this issue with my ID from the previous projects. I can't get into the methods.
At least the code I want to see whether it is running or not is fine for me.
Okay, shall I run the code and show you that on the Postman?
That's what is expected, right, with us last time.
Yeah.
That's what is complete all the code, including the service. After that service, you will hit the database, right?
Yes. So I've come. So can you please tell me that what part I haven't completed?
So find all. Where is this find all?
So this find all properties of
But that's
Yeah.
one thing. One thing. And the other one that what you are doing, you are writing in a service like get page related event. Where is this event? That's a service, right? It
Yeah,
is calling a service call.
Yeah, there's event model here.
But I'm not talking about a model. That's where you are sorting your data, right? Get
Yeah.
paginated event. Is it your code running?
Yes, sir, it is.
Can you put a debug point here and show it to me how it is coming?
Debug point here on.
Here in a page event and then return page.
So can I show you that on Postman?
That's fine, right? Postman
Yeah.
you are using for just for calling, right?
Yeah.
Ah.
So you were asking about this sorting property in the get paginated.
Yes, just put a breakpoint there.
Yeah. Get. If I want to get the page number 1 and what the page size should be of 2, there should be 2 elements in it, and the other variable is sort property. Yeah, the other variable is sort property, and I want to sort it by let's say name. So this is one page, and we have
the code, right? No, I am saying hit the code. Chalo. 1 minute, guys. Yes. Wait,
Yes, sir.
guys. Hit the code. You are getting a data from where you are getting data. You are passing 1, 2 and name as an event. Attributes. It needs to hit the code, right? Go to the hit code and put the breakpoint there.
Sir, I don't get what you are saying. I'm really sorry, but
Satyam, how you are debugging the code? So here, when you say go to that
Yes, sir.
event, what is the event? Go to the Postman once. Go to the
the
Postman.
Postman. Yeah.
Okay. So here they are saying application events. In that 1, 2 name you are sending.
Yeah.
Where is your control point? Where is your action method for this? What it will hit in the controller, right? Somewhere it will hit in your code, right? Can you go to that?
So when I call this, it will get to this API, the get mapping.
Then put a breakpoint here. That's what I'm saying. Like put a breakpoint here. It will come there. No cursor will come here.
Okay, sir, I haven't worked with breakpoint thing, so I haven't.
Okay, you do one thing because that's a minimal thing. How you were written code? How you were tested this code then?
So I've tested this on Postman, and I've made the data.
How it is giving an error now? How you rectified that? When you are testing, it might be given an error, right?
An error, but why, sir? Why should it give an error?
You are writing a code. Never it will be 100% right.
No,
Because
of course.
You just write the code and then hit the debug point, and then show it to me next time. I can even come tomorrow online if you want.
Okay, sir.
Okay, this is not, when you write a code, you should have how you debug it. Even I write a code, it will throw an error. Trust me, even today, after 15 years of experience.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, then I will go to the debug point. I will put a debug there. What is the parameters it is passing? What it is returning? And where is the error?
Okay.
That's a breakpoint.
Yeah.
And then put the breakpoint here in the down. Next, put all the breakpoints everywhere. Now execute this Postman method. Is it hitting your code?
This Postman method. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is what you are saying. It will hit, right?
Yeah.
It's not hitting. That means that is not the code it is running.
Yeah, but sir, it's getting sorted by in ascending order, the property name.
No, from where you have written the code, right?
Yeah.
The code has been written by you.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
when I say how it is returning, you should be in a position to put a debug point and then show it to me. This is how it is passing. This is the parameters I am passing. It is taking here and it is hitting the database. Go to the database. At least the service layer you are unable to explain. What is that service layer? You are showing my database, right? Where is
Yeah.
the service layer? Can you show me that service layer?
The service layer. Okay.
Go to the service. You are saying no. Go back previously.
To the database.
No, service dot get page united event. Where you have written this code? Get page united event. Go back. Go back.
So I wrote this in this service.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sort direction ASC set property 1 minute. Event go find all pageable, right? Return this
Yeah.
data event repository find all pageable. Okay, go to this find all method. Find all pageable.
This one find all pageable.
Go to that code.
So this find all page. I think so. This find all comes with the JPA. I didn't wrote this find all thing.
Okay.
Yeah, sir. This find all comes with the JPA. It's a property. I mean,
Okay.
if I just remove this. This one.
Now simply place without replaceable.
What,
Without,
sir?
yeah, without page table. Just say one more method. Find all.
You asking me to remove this.
It will still it is possible, right?
I don't think it will run, sir.
So go remove that brackets. Remove that brackets.
Yeah.
Now say find all. What I'm saying is the find all without parameters, it's assets. Yeah, can you again put a bracket, one bracket, left side bracket? It is listing all the methods, right?
Yeah, it is.
Event repo, go to the event repo and remove until event repo.
You asking me to event repo.
List all the methods that it is there in event repo.
Okay. It just extends the JPA repository.
Fine, that's okay. JPA repository is fine. Remove until the dot.
Yeah, okay. Till this.
Say again, put dot there. Remove the dot. How you list all the methods in this event repository? It was showing now just before, right?
Yeah.
Show that methods, because that's what I'm asking. Show all the methods that is available.
Okay.
We remove that semicolon also. Now show the put dot. Earlier it was showing all the methods here, right?
Yeah.
How you are showing it? What is the keyword? What is the key shortcut you use?
So I just use the find all. And
This is how you type the code. It's not intelligent in editor, right? Then it's not intelligent editor right now. Okay, go back to your postman. Go back to your postman now. Okay, go down.
In this part.
Go down. You said 2 items that you are displaying per page, right?
Yeah.
These many what came now.
What, sir?
2 items. What is one in your parameters? Events 1/2/name.
Yeah.
One is the page number 1. 2 is
One.
the item number.
Yeah, one is the one page and 2 elements.
2 elements. But how many elements were listed here?
So there were this one and this.
Go down further. Okay, now say 3 there. Instead of 2, say 3. Now exclude, send. Show me that. Go down.
2, 3.
How many were returned?
3, sir. This 1 and then 2 and 3.
Okay, now can you pass instead of name, say ID?
Yes, sir. So now 1, Again, 3, 1, 2, and 3 in the ID in ascending order. It's sorted in ascending order.
So you one thing is clear because this is working, but you don't have a control on the code.
Okay.
I need you to explain each and every line. Then only I can think that you are written this code. Okay.
Okay, sir. So in some parts I've taken help from Google, like if the part that I didn't understand, I did read some documentation.
You can take help from Google or your friend or even your girlfriend. I don't mind, but you need to have a control on that.
Okay, sir.
You need to own it, right? You need to own it. This is written by me and this is my code. You do not understand, get it explained by them. Understand it. When I ask a cross questions, you should be in a position to answer it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Anybody else?
We have only 2 people today.
Yeah, that's okay. Tarun.
So Vikas,
Yes,
so
yes.
trying to understand. So
What the?
So have you copy pasted this code from somewhere or you understand this code?
Nothing. I haven't copy pasted
You
anything.
just said you took help from Google.
Yeah, I've taken help from Google for something like this. I haven't worked with query parameters before, so I didn't know the use of request param. So I searched about how to take query parameters from Google,
That's
like how to read query parameters.
Correct.
I haven't yes, sir.
See this. When I look at this code, the code has been written by some experienced person, right? See, service, ideally, when a web application has been written, there is a controller point. That's nothing but your parameter where it will take, and it will go to the service layer. From service layer, it go to the repository layer, right? See, there is a service. If I go to the service method, again in edit service, event service.java, then again you are calling a repository, correct?
Yes, sir.
Ideally, professional people will write the code such a way.
Yeah, so the architecture that I'm using here, that I'm calling a service package here, then yeah, what you were mentioning, I got to learn this from YouTubers who are on YouTube. They write this way. I can name some of them. Like I taught myself Java by watching YouTube videos and documentation. So I learned.
That's good because like you took somebody help, right?
Yes, sir.
Either it's a YouTuber or it's a Google or it's from somebody like even Tarun might have helped you. That is a good thing. But have a complete control on it. So why we need to write in that way?
So yeah, it reduces the amount, and if we are writing the in event service, like I can also write this put mapping request in event service, then the API call.
That is not the reason. Why we are writing multiple layers? There is a reason behind. Even my code, even the applications that we are developing will be in this architecture. They will explain you when you are seeing at a YouTube, they will explain you why they need to organize this way. Maybe you focus is on getting the things done, but not in the why they design such a way. You won't understand that first instance itself, but at least you will have some grasp. I know it is very difficult for you being a fresher in a first instance itself. They'll tell 10 points, but at least if you answer 1 or 2 points, that I would be at.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting 10 answers. Whatever they give, the same will be repeated here. I don't expect that, at least 1 or 2. Okay.
So Mr. Nagi, can I request you to give him 2 minutes to walk you through his code so that we can evaluate if it is his original thought process or if he has copied it?
One thing is clear, Tarun, like by looking at this first code, I see that is somebody written in professional. Like he might have taken experience, like help from somebody else. That's why I dig into the code, like, show me this code, show me this code. Then initially he says that I don't know where the service is. And later I identified there is a service.java. And he showed it to me. And then when I asked where is this repository, I have not written anything on this repository, it is coming directly. So the confusion is always gives me a kind of hints, right? It has been hands-on practice.
I mean, I don't want to say anything, but I can just show you the videos that I watch, and you can see I have learned. You are right that I didn't get the why part, that why we are doing it this way. But yeah, I agree that I never looked for the why. I just look for how.
I do one thing. I'll give you 1 week time. Go through it again. I'll connect.
Definitely, sir. But I want this to be clear that I have never asked for any help from anyone else. I went through the.
No, I'm not, saying that taking help from somebody is wrong.
No, of course.
You can take help, but you need to have a complete idea what has been written there and why it has been written there. I'm fine. You can take help from Tarun, or you can take help from Satyam or Amrit. It's not always right. I don't think so. You will always seek help from somebody once you understand the concept and why you have written it. You need to drill down up to that level.
Okay.
Mr. Nagi, before we close, can I just request for 2 minutes for him to walk through everything? So
okay, go to the first controller point. Okay.
Yeah.
This is all the controllers. Go
Yeah,
down.
these are all the controllers, and this is.
Can you go? Can you go?
Yeah.
One more time? Be a bit slow, Mark.
Okay, sorry. I just got.
That's
I'm
okay,
under
that's
pressure
okay.
right now.
It's okay. It's okay.
I use
Stop.
REST controller to request for HTTP requests for RESTful controllers, and the request mapping. Here I have provided the base URL, and I have used at auto-wide notation for dependency injection because I used event repo interface.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the first API, and same for event service, and the API for to get all events. I've written this API to get all events, and to get event by ID, it was given to use queries. I have to fetch the queries from the URL. So for that, I used request param. What it does is it fetches the query, and I gave the value ID. And in last interview, you asked if I can make this optional or not. Then I found a way. Just tell me if this was what you were asking. Required is equal to false.
Yes. Correct.
Right. Yeah. So I looked for this, and then I found that I can do that with required is equal to false. And yeah, and this was for the pagination and sorting. The variables are being passed here in the URL. Yeah, and for post mapping.
Okay. So I understood now. For post mapping, you are saving a data by using these events like post event.
Yeah.
And then you are getting like response entity, event ID. You are using it for a put, like where you are updating it.
Yeah.
Now, may I ask you a small change here, because like when you go to your repository, go to the service layer first. Okay. Here you are calling a repository, right?
Yeah.
Repo, you are not written that code.
This
You are
code.
using some library. Yeah. You're using some library to interact with the database. Now, what I do is interact with the database manually instead of using library. You can use Java library. I'm fine with it, but not something else which is readily available. What will happen is you will write a select query here to get all the events, right?
Okay.
Simple select statement.
Okay.
And then for update, you will use an update statement. For saving, you will use an insert statement. Correct? For delete, you will use.
Okay.
Now, instead of you to write the code like select statement, update statement, delete statement, you are using some existing library where you are passing a parameters. It is doing the job for you.
So, okay.
There is a Java. In Java, you can use JDBC to connect to the database. To the JDBC, submit those queries. The data will be uploaded. then you will get a complete control on the source code.
Okay. So this
Okay.
sort and pageable, yeah, okay. I got it.
Sort and pageable is normally we do in a front end, but it's good like you did in a back end as well. That's okay. We pass that -1 or 1 or 0 or whatever it may be. Sort by ascending, descending. We will send it in terms of numbers. But you
Yeah.
send it in terms of variables. That is also okay, not a problem.
Yeah.
We handle that in a different way in the source code, but that's okay. In the learning wise, this is okay. I won't expect that much level you would code. So this even though you will replicate with some layer, like service layer you have written here, right? Event
Yeah.
repository layer.
Yeah.
We'll touch base again coming Saturday.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
So Mr. Nagi, is it okay if I can give him time till this Tuesday to one, get a control of his code, and two, to be able to perform the database operations by himself? Another 3 days time.
I think so. It will take 3 to 4 days for him minimum.
We'll challenge him with 3 days by Tuesday.
So
Yeah,
you
he
can
can-
do that.
He can attempt, but he should be confident before next time you are associating with me in the call.
Because
Okay.
the expectation is set, you can take help from anyone. We're perfectly fine with that. But do you have control over the code? And how he would assess is simple, right? He would ask for a request in a change in the code or a different situation or something. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, as a developer, when you're working, most developers do copy paste code from everywhere. But question is, are you able to modify the code as per the requirements and make the thing work? Right? So if you
Yeah.
do not have conceptual clarity of what you're writing, that is a very big red flag because you may not be ready for industry grade applications that way.
Okay, sir. Yeah, I get it.
So, everybody copy paste, there's no problem with that. But the question is, can you explain what is there and can you make modifications based on the situation? That I believe is super important from an industrial development perspective.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would give you, although Mr. Nagi has been very kind to give you a week's time, I
Yeah,
would give you
sure.
only 3 days time, and you better have control over your code before you meet him again Tuesday.
Okay, guys.
Sure.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Nagi, for being very patient and
Yeah, thank you.
giving detailed feedback.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.